Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is reality with DVD. Child, I got some pipe hot tea for you. Now, mind you, I was minding my own business, watching Mr. Mondays, down to the Carlos King. And Willa Cologne was on there, and I was like, ooh, hey Willa Cologne. I'm glad you came on to clear up a few things about the brawl. So, he cut his locks, which I had seen on their Instagram page, but I wasn't sure because I thought he had them like pulled up. But they had it confirmed that his locks were actually cut. So that's that's that on that. Now, I mean, they can't talk about his barber no more. He was talking about how their niece was unprotected and she was ride or die for their family. Now, he made reference to Latrice and Letitia's pull-up comments. Like I said in my previous video, go back and check that out on the last episode. I'm from Mississippi, right? Latrice is from Canton. Canton is one of these places that is just like Jackson, I would say. Does Latrice still live in Canton? Canton is not, I'll just put it this way. Like I said in the video, Keisha's from Mississippi. She knows how Canton, Mississippi gets down. So Willie basically said that 8 girls jumped on her, or 8 people from Latrice's camp jumped on her. Now, Latrice bragged on that they monkey stomped her. They monkey stomped the girl in the pink. While I understand that tensions were high and people Will said, everybody is not for the TV show. So what really irritated me about Latrice is she acted as if though Akeisha wasn't supposed to have somebody there to defend her. Now, she said that her folks came to fight. Again, I say, and I could tell by the way the girl in the pink was dressed, Akeisha's niece, how she was dressed. She didn't come there to fight. Just like Willie said. Now, did Akeisha probably call people after everything got popped out? Probably so. And like I said before, I would have as well. That's what it is. Especially if you're from Mississippi and you know how Canton gets down. And then she had a bunch of family there too. So Latrice, what was weird to me is how Latrice acted as if that was a big deal. That was something that, because I remember in her interview with Carlos when she wasn't really on Carlos' side, she had said, folks better know how to fight if they come up on her. I mean, yeah, and it's okay, you how you are, but don't act like Akeisha's family was the people who were out there acting GHETTO. Okay, I can see that being an even situation, but Willie said that with all of them jumping on him and him being 6'2", 300 and some pounds, it made him feel like he had left his wife and her family members unprotected. because he said, it's not no way I couldn't have handled myself with Glenn and, excuse me, Woodstock, aka Mr. Mumbles, aka Cliff. I cannot stand Martell Holt. But for the most part, I do like most of the cast from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I'm wrestling with myself because I have made the decision to just basically start watching Belle Collective. I may change my mind by the time it airs, but it's something about it. I don't know if it's because I'm from Mississippi and I used to live in Jackson, but it's something that was just very unsettling about the way the episode ended. I don't know. I don't think it was just the brawl that, turned me off, because they've had incidents on Love and Marriage Huntsville that were less than appealing. The Madonna opening. That was less than appealing. But for me, Latrice and Letitia really, really turned me off of that show by the way they acted, took no accountability, none. And I could see Willie in this interview being contrite. He said, how did I let myself get in this predicament by arguing with two numbskulls, basically? How did I let them take me there? I don't want to be anywhere where I let somebody take me there. So in my mind, I could see something coming. I was saying to myself, Willie sound like he about to quit. Now, we all know that Willie just couldn't get with Mississippi. He probably visits and then they go back. Now, a lot of people say, well, Willie and Akeisha had no business being here anyway. Well, they had no reason to be here anyway. Remember, Akeisha is from Jackson, Mississippi. She was also embarrassed that happened at an event that she brought her husband to, where he's never had, my understanding, any type of incidents occur like that in New Jersey. Basically, what I'm seeing is he could hold his peace there. Or people don't come at him like that there. And he felt like he was setting a bad example for children that he mentors. Willie, in a way, I could see your point, but I don't think you set a bad example for them. You do have to, at some point, get tired, right? So at some point, you have to stand up for yourself. And I felt like you had reached your limit. I mean, to sit up there and let Mr. Mumbles and Glendale and then take you there, it was something to me. And for me, it was like something very unsettling. I don't think Letitia and Latrice did the show any favors, especially Latrice, for me. She came off, and that's the thing, Marie, and I hate to be on Marie's side for this, Marie picked up on it very early that she is the type of person that really is kind of, I know I said throw your rocks and hide your hands, but that too, but kind of childish. Very immature. Very, very immature. How are you going to sit up on TV and act like that was a big thing that your cousins and your family members stomped the monkey hole in Girl in Pink? when the only thing she was trying to do was protect her aunt, which was what they considered doing. But you don't just come out in droves and just dragging her like that. I mean, you could have really seriously hurt her, and she could have ended up in the hospital and stomped out my hole. No, I mean, it's something about that that just turned me off. I don't know. I can't place it, but for as if right now, I'm done with the Bells, and then them sitting up out there plotting to get Akeisha off the show. Well, hell, what Akeisha went out there and pulled the Joker, didn't she? So in the interim of this interview, Willie says, Akeisha, hey, baby, you want to say something? And he said, wait just a minute, Carlos, Akeisha wants to say something. So Akeisha says, I should have known something about to pop off, right? But she said, I want to thank you for the opportunity. I got my pickup letter. So when she said I got my pickup letter, that kind of threw me off. And I have made the decision to not return to the show. Now, I don't know if she signed her pickup letter or what the case may have been. She signed it and she's still on the contract because she said that her lawyers have sent information to Kingdom Reign. And for her to have been, Akeisha was not my favorite on the show. I thought she was extra, and a lot of people like, well, you know, she came with that snooty attitude. But at the same time, I also like the things changed for me with Akeisha. While I did still see some snoot, that's just. Let me explain something. That's just the Southern black people, Northern black people think. It will always be that way. It's nothing you could do to change it. And in many ways, a lot of Northerners do. Because, I mean, I can see it when we talk on, and then I can hear it in some of what Will would say, you know, his own words, you know. It's too slow down here. I'm coming down here and I'm used to things moving. And while I am impressed with his resume, and I'm also impressed with his TV show and him doing commentating, and this is, you know, kind of putting a dark cloud over all of that, it still is going to give us pause, us Southerners. Because here's the deal. For me, because, you know, I've said it in different videos, because people will come on under my comments and say things like, I can't understand what you're saying. Then plus I got these retainers, which, well, they're Invisalign in my mouth. But I can't, and this is prior to me talking about my Invisalign. And so I was just retort and say, well, what is this? This is my Southern accent. Yeah, y'all sound ignorant. You know, and you sound ignorant saying that about us. Okay? And it's weird that it is, again, internal. It is black people that make this Southern Northern thing uncomfortable. Because you remember, you could hear Glenn saying in the midst of the broad, you ain't in New Jersey, Jack. You in the South now. Like, as if geographical location could stop you from getting your ass beat. That's the weird thing about that whole Southern Northern thing that was always weird to me. And I told stories about how many Mississippi, which is Chicago, and that was our primary with out of state schools or location, which was Chicago. They would come down here trying to sign us. Mississippi girls, especially on the yard. And I used to be like, what in the hell? Half of them wasn't from the hood. Now, 9 times out of 10, and this is what I learned from going to Jackson State, 9 times out of 10, a lot of those girls came from Lane Tech and Whitney Young and all those schools that they weren't hood schools. Okay? A lot of them had come from different places like Harvey and places like that. I don't know if Harvey is still considered a Southside upscale type of joint, or some of them was from North Side and didn't want to admit they were from North Side. Just stupid shit like that. So because they want the more hood they sounded, the better. And I did have to learn myself at some point. Oh, you ain't gonna let these bitches punk you just because they from Chicago. And I had to tell one girl, this girl's out in the highway, she's like, I'm from 93rd and so. And I was like, bitch, I don't give a damn at this point. And I'm from down the highway, down 25. What the fuck? We could square up. It is what it is. I had to get to that point where I had to make myself understand it. And like I said, it's internal. It's internal where they think that they can son us. And then they think, that they speak better than we do. Or they think because we're from Mississippi that our education level is so low and we so impoverished. I literally remember one of my friends telling me, oh girl, I couldn't believe it. I went to the Jitney Jungle and I was able to go in the front door. I said, goddamn. I said, I know we was some of the last people to let go of segregation, but girl, I know you fucking lying. This was in the 90s. So sometimes, just like with Africa, sometimes you have to really get the experience for yourself. And I think, and Willie's minded, in some ways, he still had that aptitude as well. Said all that to say, with him being from the North, which is the Bronx. I think he's from the Bronx. And ain't nothing good about the Bronx that I heard. See, we could have preconceived notions too. He might live that middle class, upper class lifestyle now. But I don't remember anything ever good being said about the Bronx. Okay? Concrete jungles that people from the South created or had to create. We make the black population in most northern states. I hope you understand that these are escaped slaves and people who were escaping lynchings in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, the South. So you are us. We are you. There should be unity there. And like I said all that to say, that may have been what prompted Glenn and Miss Mamas to bother him. But also, we have to recognize that Willie did make it. Okay? He made it out of the Bronx to the suburbs of New Jersey. Excuse me. And then a lot of times, a lot of black people can't help, but they can't help themselves. Because we come from nothing, so we have to make our counterparts feel like they also come from nothing. And the thing about Mr. Mamas, he told you that, right? When he said, you a little fish in a big pond, right? He told you how he was feeling. He let you know what you doing. I don't like it. I don't like your motherfucking ass because of what you doing. The things you say. Your attitude. Your attitude about where we live. And so what Cliff And a lot of people don't see this. What Cliff was trying to prove when he said you a little fish in a big pond is that I got what you got. And somebody's comments when they were talking about Cliff being an idiot, I say, but you have to remember, Willie said himself that the man is a great businessman. Has a very good business sense. But Cliff and Glendale let their insecurities about this man being a football star and still having money really overshadow their ability to use fucking good judgment. Basically, they used 0%. And that right there is what made me go over to Big Willie's side. Plus, I've always said his respect for his wife, Chef Kiss. Okay? He never came off as one of these type of, Akeisha, get in there and cook. Akeisha, make me something to eat. I want my pork chop crispy. No. Or, I'm the motherfucker. He never did that, right? I'm the man. You supposed to follow what I say. And that also turned them off. He let Akeisha have a voice. And at times a bigger voice than him. Okay? That's how marriages work. There is balance. And then Twitchy. I'm gonna start calling Latrice Twitchy. No need for me to start calling her Twitchy because you probably won't see any more videos about Belle Collective from me. I think my mind is pretty much made up as of now. I'm not gonna say set in stone, but Twitchy, she like these are Southern men, and when he said suck my bells, well, that's the first thing Cliff said. You ain't got no nuts. You ain't got no nuts. Well, I live real free in your head. Yeah. Because you want to prove to me that you're better than me. You want to prove to the northern man that you got it going on. You don't have to do that. He could see your accomplishments. He admitted that you had them. But anyway, child, the point of the matter is, as of now, for me, that show turned me off terribly. I know they were renewed for a season 6, but it's the two people that got in that interview and took no accountability. That was a major turnoff for me from the show. And I don't give a damn if Stormy do go over there. It ain't nothing for me right now that could save that show to make me watch it. I mean, I know a lot of people don't necessarily watch. I'm a small content creator. Watch my videos to say, well, I'm dropping the show. But I'm going to do the reunion. But I can say that I think it was just left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm disappointed. And I think, like I said, even more so, it was that coming behind doing that live. The end of the show with Letitia and Latrice sitting around talking about Akeisha is not Belle Collective and she's not a Belle. It's just like they was just the show. Like, I know Letitia is producer's pet, but as if they were Carlos King or something. She got her letter. She just turned it down. Which is probably what I would have done too. Go on ahead and show Letitia. That's what you want anyway. Go ahead. I can't help but say, I was cheering for them. Of course, I was cheering for them on Mississippi to the Heart. But this right here, I cannot. Unless they show me something different next season. I was already disgusted by them allowing Letitia and Marie speak to someone who had allegedly stalked Tampa. I was like, what? What they do that at? To come on the show and prove that Tambra is not showing her real life. Talking to her alleged stalker. If you want to do that, and then they sabotaged her with that, I dated him too. Girl. Bad taste in my mouth. But nothing like this to make me want to stop watching. Nothing to this point. And like I said, I guess because it's a representation, I feel like this show is a representation for the state. I mean, they could have brought good positive energy to the state. They could have dispelled a lot of myths, which is apparently what they want to do. And that to me is not. Why she talking about Akeisha is not Belle material. Look at your friend over there, Latrice. That's not Belle material. Okay? She already did the nobody wants fucking 9 to 5. That right there, that turned off a lot of people. I'm up here windmilling for her in the comments, you know. I don't think she meant it like that. So that turned off a lot of people. And then in this latest incident, like Akeisha said, every time something disastrous, above and beyond disastrous, is dealing with Letitia and Latrice. And that way, I'm going to end it there. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. I don't really have to wish Akeisha good luck. I already know that she has going on. And the way she lives above the fray, she'll continue to have it going on. She had a moment on television that probably will live in infamy. But at the same time, she won't have another. All right. Share the video. Because what? Sharing is caring. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chalk them up. Deuces. At the end of this video, I'm going to play Akeisha's withdrawal from the show.
So we want to congratulate the show and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just want to let y'all know. Because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.